Hello, everyone. I'm Jianye. I'm a program manager from the graphics team at Microsoft. Today, I'm going to show you a glimpse of what's possible on Microsoft Graphics platform in 2021. And I'm going to show you how we are helping game developers to embrace the new generation of gaming graphics. In recent years, we have witnessed a long list of innovation that substantially improve gaming graphics quality. Ray tracing brings a cinematic photorealism to real-time video gaming for the first time. NVMe SSD with high throughput makes it possible to substantially reduce game loading time. High dynamic range display panels offers deeper colors and richer contrast, so images look more vibrant and realistic. More powerful CPUs and GPUs enable higher resolution and higher frame rate. All these innovations push video games to be immersive at a new level. Game developers are embracing this new generation of gaming graphics at a pace never seen before, and raising games set a much higher quality bar. Microsoft has been determined to build DirectX as the ultimate graphics platform for gaming. Since first release in 1995, DirectX becomes the platform that pioneers in exposing the latest and greatest graphics features, allowing game developers to push the limit of gaming graphics every year. At the same time, new DirectX features are always supported across a wide range of graphics cards, providing a large gamer base for developers to target. Last but not the least, we have been collaborating with hardware partners and game developers to build a vibrant ecosystem, so to thrive together and to build the best games for gamers. Last year, we introduced DirectX 12 Ultimate. DX12 Ultimate includes 4 latest graphics features that again push the limit of graphics quality: DirectX ray tracing, variable ray shading, mesh shaders, and sampler feedback. 12 months later, we already have a broad range of hardware products in the market that fully support DX12 Ultimate: AMD RDNA 6000 series graphics card, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 20 series and 30 series GPU, and the new Xbox Series X and Series S. Intel also announced DX12 Ultimate support in their future hardware that gave developers a large market to target. Our partners also created software products to help game developers adopt these new features, including AMD FidelityFX and NVIDIA RTX platform. Other hardware partners also released DX12 Ultimate branded graphics cards and preview gaming systems. DX12 Ultimate lifts the gaming graphics to a new level and created unprecedented opportunities for the entire gaming ecosystem. As part of the wave, game developers have released or announced more than 20 games utilizing DX12 Ultimate features, bringing the new generation of gaming experience to gamers. But we did not stop there. In 2021, DirectX continues to evolve. First, DirectStorage is coming to Windows. As game developers adopt high texture and geometry details and large open world, the games need to load more data from disk. Recently, we also see new storage technology to support much higher bandwidth. To leverage this new technology, we introduced DirectStorage, an API in the DirectX family, as part of the Velocity architecture on Xbox Series X and Series S to substantially reduce long loading time. This year, we are bringing DirectStorage to PC. PC game developers can expect a similar performance boost as found on Xbox Series X and Series S, and low dev costs for feature integration. Be sure to come to the DirectX on Windows session to learn more details. Next, let's talk about how we evolve DirectX. Since Windows 10, DX12 has been shipped as part of each OS upgrade. Developers know that latest DX12 features will ultimately be available on every Windows 10 devices when gamers upgrade their OS. To better adopt and leverage DX12, developers want more. They want to access the latest feature as soon as they are ready. The ecosystem keeps innovating all the time on both hardware and software. Game developers want to adopt those features in the next games without waiting for the OS update. They also want to make sure that games using the latest features can run on a broad range of gamers' machines as soon as possible. They want to have more control on when the gamers have the right bits to run those games with minimum efforts. What if we also ship DX12 outside Windows 10 update? We are introducing DirectX 12 Agility SDK, which was designed to give exactly what the game developers asked for. DX12 Agility SDK is a collection of files that allow Microsoft to deliver new features and new fixes whenever ready. Developers can download and build their games with the latest Agility SDK with minimum effort. By shipping the runtime DLL along with their games, game developers can easily make sure that games using the latest SDK can run on all Windows devices with October 2019 update and newer. Furthermore, we build it in a way that requires low cost to integrate, and we will keep shipping DX12 updates in OS releases so the existing workflow will continue to work. DX12 Agility SDK is available today, and we will bring you more details in the next session. Besides the D3D12 runtime, game developers also need HLSL, the high-level shader language, to work with programmable shaders. As the shader language for DirectX, HLSL is at the forefront of innovation in gaming on both Windows and Xbox. We have released regular updates to unlock new hardware features and to enhance the language for software developers. Back in 2017, we also open-sourced the new DirectX shader compiler to foster industry collaboration on GPU programming and shader compiler development. In the latest HLSL shader model 6.6, we introduced a series of new intrinsics to grant shader developers increased flexibility to enhance and expand existing rendering approaches and devise all new ones. One new feature is 64-bit integer atomic operations. Developers were tired of inefficient try-and-repeat loops whenever associated data exceeded 32 bits. We work with developers and hardware vendors to double that limit and maximize its availability. Thanks to the introduction of DirectX 12 Agility SDK, shader model 6.6 is available to all the Windows game developers today. And don't forget to grab the latest DX shader compiler from GitHub. Once you are ready to run and see the first triangle showing up on your monitor, you will need Pix, the essential tool that helps develop, debug, profile, and optimize the DX12 games on both PC and Xbox. Pix includes a series of tools, among which GPU capture is most commonly used. It records all the D2D12 API calls made by the game. These calls can later be replayed, which enables a range of debugging and analysis features. While game developers build more complicated visuals, they found the overhead of the previous GPU capture significantly reduced the FPS of gameplay, making it more challenging to capture the right frame at the right time. To adjust this feedback, we completely rewrote the capture layer so AAA games previously running at a single-digit FPS with GPU capture now run at fully playable FPS. Besides performance improvement, we also introduced other updates based on developer feedback about reliability and usability. We'll bring in more details in the Pix session later today. High dynamic range is another element in the new generation gaming graphics in recent years. We have seen more than 130 HDR games from game developers and more than 250 monitors available in the market that are certified by Display HDR. When game developers reach out to us for help to move their games to HDR, we continue to explore new solutions. When we see inconsistent image and color quality among HDR monitors and TVs, we initiated industry certification programs like Display HDR and HGIG to raise the display ecosystem quality. When we see struggles from game developers on optimizing the HDR games to target the diversity of HDR displays, we build system tools and best practices to simplify HDR display calibration. In the HDR session later today, we will share more details on our solutions and also discuss how game developers should think about auto HDR when planning the new games. Beyond new DirectX features work, we are also working on making Windows game experience even better. We continue to improve system UI to allow games to better control display settings, such as display refresh rate. We built Xbox Game Bar to make it simple for gamers to take control of all their favorite gaming activities while playing on their Windows 10 devices, view gaming performance, validate DX12 Ultimate, and even shut down background processes, all without leaving the game. We have also been working on making existing games look better on Windows updates. We recently reviewed Auto HDR on PC, which will automatically upgrade all existing DX11 and DX12 games to HDR, so gamers have an even larger HDR game portfolio to enjoy. Another example is improving game performance on hybrid devices by optimizing the underlying graphics stack. With all this work, we continue to improve Windows gaming experience, giving game developers a huge audience to target. With the latest GX features, game developers really push their games to a new level of graphics quality. The Coalition recently adopted Tier 2 variable ray shading in Gears 5 and Gears Tactics. The integration targets zero perceptual drop in visual quality, works seamlessly with dynamic resolution, and runs across Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and PC. As a result, performance improvement ranged from 8% all the way to 20% on performance mode. On Xbox Series X and Series S, this could boost dynamic resolution up to 10% higher, resulting in a much higher quality frame. In the session later today, Chris Wallace from the Coalition will go over how to generate the VRS texture with minimum overhead, even at 4K, and how VRS could be applied to multiple passes, including compute shaders. He will also share integration tips that can help engine developers assess how much GPU improvement VRS could provide and how much coding work is involved. So far, we have talked about new features and improvement on DirectX. But game developers come to Microsoft not just for those cool features, but also because of the broad hardware support and the vibrant ecosystem on top of it. We have been building DirectX on a broad range of graphics hardware, and hardware partners have also been building the products around DirectX. They have been working closely with Microsoft to co-design DirectX to expose the latest hardware features. They provide not only graphics hardware, but also software, tools, and expertise to help game developers adopt those new features. In many ways, they directly contribute code to DirectX. For example, the PIX plugin from hardware partners allow game developers to gain more insights into ray tracing workload on recent GPUs. Next, I'm honored to introduce partners from AMD and NVIDIA to share their latest updates and how they view DirectX as the essential element in their vision of gaming graphics.
With high-performance computing, gaming comes alive.
Hello, my name is Andrej Zdravkovic. I'm Senior Vice President of Software at AMD. I'd like to welcome you to the Microsoft GameStack Live 2021. I'm here with my colleague Carlos Silva to talk to you about the technologies that developers like you can use to create incredible gaming experiences using amazing hardware and software offered by Microsoft and AMD. AMD's new RDNA2 graphics architecture is the foundation for the next generation of gaming. It powers both Xbox Series X and S and AMD's latest generation of graphics cards. AMD has a long-standing partnership with Microsoft. We work together to help develop DirectX 12 Ultimate features that deliver incredible gaming experiences on both Xbox and Windows. AMD's RDNA architecture fully supports DirectX 12 Ultimate features like ray tracing and variable rate shading. Our AMD RDNA2 architecture is already widely available, so you can be confident that when you optimize your game for RDNA2, you will be targeting a broad spectrum of hardware. In addition to the Xbox Series X and S, RDNA2 is used in our latest AMD Radeon RX 6000 series graphics cards available from AMD, our AIB partners, and in systems from leading OEMs and system integrators. To showcase what AMD RDNA2 architecture can deliver, let's have a quick look at two of our partnered DX12 Ultimate games, Dirt 5 by Codemasters and The Riftbreaker by Exor Studios. I'd now like to turn the presentation over to my colleague, Carlos Silva.
Hello, my name is Carlos Silva, Senior Director of Software Development at AMD. I'm going to talk to you about AMD FidelityFX and some of our software tools for developers. AMD FidelityFX is our open source image quality toolkit available for free on GPU Open that fully supports DirectX 12. FidelityFX currently includes 8 different highly optimized shader-based effects that can help add visual wonder to your games. Since we released our first effect in 2019, FidelityFX has been broadly adopted and is already used in over 40 games. Let us talk about some of these specific effects that have been designed to take advantage of the X12 Ultimate. FidelityFX Variable Shading is an open source implementation to easily integrate variable rate shading, VRS, into your game. Let's see how Codemasters used FidelityFX Variable Shading to integrate VRS into their latest release, Dirt 5. Another FidelityFX we have that can accelerate adopting DX12 Ultimate features is our DENOISER, which can be used for ray trace shadows and reflections. Optimized denoising is critical when implementing DirectX ray tracing effects into your game, and our FidelityFX denoiser delivers the performance and quality needed. Let's have a look at how Exor Studios used our denoiser to deliver the amazing looking DXR shadows seen in the Riftbreaker. Now let's talk about some tools for developers working with DirectX 12 Ultimate. Pix is the Microsoft performance tuning and debugging tool for DirectX 12 games on Windows that fully supports all DX12 Ultimate features. Pix now includes an updated AMD plugin that supports AMD RDNA2 architecture-based Radeon RX 6000 series GPUs. With support for new ray tracing counters on RX 6000 series GPUs, Pix now offers deep insight into ray tracing workloads on the newest AMD graphics cards. AMD also offers our Radeon Developer Tool Suite that also fully supports AMD RDNA2 architecture-based Radeon RX 6000 series GPUs and DirectX 12 Ultimate features.
I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin.
And now, I'd like to talk about developing for Xbox and share an exciting announcement with you. We're very happy to announce that AMD FidelityFX is now available for Xbox. On Windows, FidelityFX is already a cross-platform solution, and now we're bringing the benefits of FidelityFX to the Xbox. Select FidelityFX effects are available in the Xbox Series X and S GDK, and developers can start using them in their Xbox projects today. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to learn more about AMD FidelityFX and our developer tools, and we'll turn you over to Andre to wrap things up.
Thank you, Carlos, for all that great information about FidelityFX and AMD's developer tools. Let's look ahead to the future. We are really excited to be working closely with Microsoft on what's next for DirectX. We are working on DirectX 12 Agility SDK, DirectStorage for Windows, Shader Model 6.6. We have very strong partnership with Microsoft across Windows and Xbox, and we are looking forward to what is next in 2021. To get a deep dive on our technologies for developers, please attend one of our GameStack Live developer sessions. On behalf of all of us at AMD, I'd like to thank you for your time, and please visit following URLs to learn more about AMD and our tools and technologies for developers using DirectX 12 Ultimate.
NVIDIA has been working with Microsoft to empower game developers with DirectX 12 Ultimate through the introduction of mesh shading, variable rate shading, sampler feedback, and DirectX ray tracing, or DXR for short. DXR has redefined the look of video games, mirroring how light actually behaves, improved shadows, accurate global illumination, and physically correct reflections combine to set a new graphics standard. Games like Minecraft, Cyberpunk 2077, Control, Fortnite, Metro Exodus, and Call of Duty Cold War have all taken advantage of DXR, and the results are simply breathtaking. Back in 2018, NVIDIA pioneered real-time ray tracing hardware with the launch of our GeForce RTX 20 series. We have remained at the cutting edge of this exciting new technology, equipping developers with the tools and software development kits needed to get the most out of DXR. NVIDIA is delighted with the power and flexibility that DX12 Ultimate provides, and we have continued on our path to improve the performance and quality of real-time ray tracing SDKs for all DX12 developers. Today, we want to bring your attention to 4 NVIDIA SDKs that will help you develop great DirectX 12 Ultimate titles and will run on all of our RTX GPUs, RTX GI, RTX DI, NRD, and DLSS. RTX GI, short for RTX Global Illumination, provides a scalable solution for multi-bounce indirect lighting without light leakage, time-intensive offline light map baking, or expensive per-frame costs. RTX GI's dynamic real-time global illumination is not only beautiful in-game, but it streamlines the content creation process by removing barriers that have until now prevented rapid artist iteration. With a low in-game performance cost and big productivity benefits, RTX GI is an ideal starting point to bring the benefits of ray tracing to your game. Real-time ray tracing is more performant than ever with the release of NRD, short for NVIDIA Real-Time DENOISER. NRD is a library of spatial and spatiotemporal API-agnostic denoisers that we designed from the start to work well with crazy low ray budgets. Amazingly, NRD delivers images rivaling ground truth images with as little as a half a ray cast per pixel. RTX DI, short for RTX Direct Illumination, offers realistic lighting and shadows of dynamic scenes involving millions of lights, which, until now, would have been prohibitively expensive for real-time applications. Traditionally, game developers baked most lighting offline and computed just a handful of hero dynamic lights at runtime. RTX DI smashes those limits, allowing developers to elevate the visual fidelity in their games to new heights. Last, but certainly not least, DLSS is a deep neural network that significantly boosts frame rates while maintaining and often improving image fidelity. NVIDIA set out to redefine real-time rendering through AI-based super resolution, rendering a fraction of the original pixels and then using AI to reconstruct sharp, higher resolution images. Dedicated computational units called tensor cores accelerate the AI calculations, allowing NVIDIA's RTX series of GPUs to run the algorithm in real time. DLSS pairs perfectly with computationally intensive rendering algorithms such as real-time ray tracing. NVIDIA offers the SDKs, tools, and expertise to help turbocharge the development of projects large and small, empowering developers to generate stunning visuals in no time.
Really appreciate our hardware partners for sharing their updates. Before ending this talk, I want to thank you for helping DirectX evolve, as many of the new features and new improvements we introduced today comes from game developers' feedback. You want to adopt new DX12 features on a large install base. That's why we introduced DirectX 12 Agility SDK. You want to keep gamers playing, not waiting. That's why we introduced DirectStorage for both Xbox and PC. You want to make your debugging faster. That's why we rewrote the capture layer in PIX to give you faster GPU capture. When you build your games on DirectX, please continue to tell us how you like it and how we can make it even better for you. In the following sessions, we will share with you more details about our latest features and tools. We will also have partners to talk about how they build the best gaming graphics on DirectX. I hope you enjoy them. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a good time in GameStack Live 2021.